Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing another VOD review. This is for Kazu. Obviously we love Kazu, the absolute somber enjoyer over on my Twitch. They're so lovely, and they've come with another Mercy VOD today. It's been a while since we've had another Kazu Mercy VOD, so I guess we'll kind of like just get into it with what they said. So I feel like I did somewhat average in this game. I got away with so many dangerous and dumb decisions. I want to know what I could do to improve on with my Valk and positioning outside of the point. As I was a point princess this game, but I tried my best to stay off. The first round was rough for me, second was okay, and the third one I say I did my best. I forgot to speed out on Lucio, so don't at me. Okay, so first of all, obviously about the speeding out of spawn, basically people don't know what we're going on about. Essentially, whenever you play a control point like this one, like Ilios, anything, even like the flash points and stuff, it's best if you try to speed your team out of spawn just so you're able to get people there as quick as they can. So I'm not going to go at you, I'm just quickly just add a little reminder for everyone. Speaking of everyone as well, if you want your own VOD reviews, be for 5,000 channel points. I do that on my Twitch on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. You literally earn the channel points by just watching the streams and just having, you know, an absolute lovely time. Either come and lurk, or you can come and say hello to my lovely community as well. Completely what you feel like is the best for you. So I guess we'll get started as the VOD. We have Soul Blim on, my favourite skin, so obviously already loving it, with the cute little magic potion as well. I think is really cute. Just to look at the team comp, so we have an okay Mercy team comp, and what I mean by this is there isn't too much that we can like kind of like synergize well with, if you get me. Like it's mainly like obviously we can damage boost Bastion, he's gonna be our main bleeping target. Hanzo's good for like the storm arrows and just trying to help out with that. Obviously we can damage boost Doomfist if he dives in. And obviously Kiriko, we can damage boost bits of her kunais and stuff. So there are still damage boost potential, but it's not as good as like another team comp, for example. But I guess we'll just get straight into it and we'll see what you end up doing. So obviously we're on control center, so there's not a lot of like cover we can do about here, which is unfortunate. It's just limited because obviously it's very inside based. I love how you already got your blue beam onto your Hanzo. Love that little jiggle peeking. Oh, okay. I would just make this, because you want to push forward, and it's completely fine for you wanting to push forward here. Make this, instead of doing like a little backwards J here, just cancel your J just here. Because then it stops you from going into like this area and obviously maybe taking damage for these guys. It literally just allows you just to quickly cancel it, and then you can just hover about this little pole bit for a second, alright? Nice, obviously damage boosting your Bastion. Love the use of cover right now. Instead of backing out, I want you to rotate to here if you need to. The reason is because then you can help your Hanzo, because obviously I like how you're looking at your Hanzo, because there's like one point we're kind of like flicking between here. You're doing the absolute right thing doing that, obviously flicking in between them all and everything. But instead of rotating out here, rotate to here, because then it still gives you this lovely piece of cover and you can still jiggle like this, but it also means you can also help your Hanzo, okay? You want to be placed in the most safest points, yet still being able to be as effective as you can for your team. And yes, you can be effective from over here, but you are abandoning your Hanzo and stuff, okay? So I would literally, instead of J'ing out, J over to here, because then it allows you to mix between the two. Alright, but we'll keep going. See, nice Suzu. With the important thing with Doomfist is you have to either wait for him to come in or wait until a part where you can really nicely get him. Obviously, your Hanzo does some weird positioning there, so that's not on you. I definitely will push forward a little bit more though. Like, you're playing very safe when you don't need to. Nice positioning though right now. Nice, okay. This is what you need to do the backwards J. I like how you're going to go to help your Doomfist. This is absolutely the correct decision. However, instead of flicking yourself out to here, because you're making yourself a target, so say if there's a Rissa and Mercy still carried on coming towards you, you're making yourself a target. You want to go and help in with your Doomfist, but overall, where is going to be your most effective spot after your GA? It's going to be back with your Bastion. So make this a GA, and then do a quick 180, and then come back to your Bastion, because the good thing with Bastion is Bastion's acts as like a really good anchor point for you, if you get me. So like Bastion, because he plays very stationary and you know where he's going to be like for the majority of the time, you could very much rely on knowing in your head, okay, let's default back to the Bastion. It's a really good thing like to get yourself used to, especially because in this team comp he is your main blue beam target. So yes, you do need to go help the Doom, correct decision making, but we've made the wrong movement with it. We need to be backing out towards the Bastion. Okay, but we keep going. Obviously playing off to the side, so we got our GA back, very nice. Nice. Okay, so we had ended up back to him, which is really great, but we should have done that a little bit sooner. Nice. Lovely damage boost here. I like how you flick over. Nice heals, obviously, onto the Hanzo. Nice. Just, you have seemed to like, I like how you are looking about, like, for your team and stuff like that, but I feel as though there's also some points where you're kind of, like, just zoning out, so this was kind of, like, a little bit like a zone out moment. I love how you are looking about, but try to do that as much as possible. But they're really quick. I don't know what that's about. No, it's alright, Kazu. But yeah, if you can, try to be looking out about a little bit more, like, be constantly looking. But nice, obviously, can't really help Hanzo there. Nice how you decide not to res there. I love how much time you took as well to decide on the res. Ooh. I would not res here. This is... We've already discovered that this is a very risky res. And yes, you have found a correct time to res. But to do this res, you've ended up letting your Bastion die. Okay? I like how you came in to go and help your Doomfist. But this should have been straight back to helping your Bastion. Okay? So what I mean by this is obviously, like, you know, it was all going, like, quite well. Obviously, we have our Kiriko as well here that's currently trying to fight the Lucio and everything. And it was the correct decision for you to go in. But we needed as well to try and keep our Bastion up. Remember, whenever we go to res someone, we don't want to be trading out people for the res. We don't want to be, like, you know, letting someone else die in order to res, unless if it's, like, an absolute necessity that we'd let this person die to res, okay? I thought the Bastion could live with the turret form, but I was wrong. The issue is because, you know, this trace is still here, and you could also hear this, what's it called, this Cass. So, and also he's very, very critical. Like, yes, Bastion has 300 HP, but when he's critical like that, we still need to be kind of help him out. Also, even if he's, like, still in his turret form, it doesn't make him, like, invincible, unfortunately. Like, it would be kind of cool, but actually, no, it wouldn't. It would be, like, extremely broken. But, like, you know, like, he still needs that tiny bit of assistance, alright? But we keep going. It was a nice res that we ended up doing. Obviously, we've heard the Tracer. Nice how we adjust for it. Nice damage boost onto the Doomfist, by the way. I don't see enough people doing that. You know, like, damage boosting the Doomfist whenever he goes in to go and do something. Really well played by you. Nice. Nice avoidance as well on the pulls. So you can't really do your Kiri here. Nice damage boost. I cannot fault your damage boost. Nice positioning here. I like this positioning. This is really, really great. Nice. Okay. So, I like this. The high noon scared me so bad. Thank God for my team. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't think there's very much you could have done because obviously you had the Tracer here, right? So, you end up flicking up and then obviously the hands are getting him. I feel as though this is completely fine. This is not your fault at all. Like, you did really, really well. Let me quickly rewind it because I want to talk about kind of like what you did well bit by bit. So, that was the high noon. So, I love this damage boost here. We back away. Really, really nice. Can't do Kiri. Lovely damage boost on the Doomfist. Like, your damage boost is absolutely amazing. I do not see enough people, like, going in and damage boost to the Doomfist. You are doing that really, really well so far. Then obviously, right, quick thing I was going to say about this, use your pings, okay? Unless if you're in VC and you're actively talking, like, hey, Tracer's over here, right? We need to be pinging that Tracer. Because Tracers are very, like, you know, very sneaky. And if we manage to catch them out and ping them, it's so much better value and better information for your team about kind of like the whereabouts of where the Tracer is. So if you can, instead of like just looking at her and thinking, okay, she's there, try and take the time as well to ping her if you can and then go away. Like, don't be like actively like, oh, because I need to ping her, right? But if you are just looking at her, you can get a ping off, do it and then rotate, okay? I like this rotation as well, up and away, because obviously, you know, you want to truncate that distance. Love how you obviously, you know, leave healing until after the Tracer's gone. Really, really great. Really, really good beam management. My only thing is that you are rotating for no reason, okay? Yes, this is a lovely safe positioning that you have, but right now you can just be just as safe and be more impactful into the team fight by being on point here. You need to be on point because we know Kiriko's just died, so we need to be kind of played a bit more team centraled because obviously we don't have our second healing. So we need to be playing on point here. So I would literally, instead of like just taking your time to bring yourself back away here, you could do that when the team fight starts. For now, while the team fight is still not happening just yet, you could play around this point, play to heal up your Doomfist here, and then when the Jungle Queen and when everyone else, like, sorry, it's not a Jungle Queen. What is it? Oh, it's a Reaper. It looks like a Jungle Queen from here. But anyways, so as obviously they start pushing in, then you can rotate back to where you are, okay? But, like, try to just kind of, like, play close and safe where you can. Play a little bit more risky. Because I feel as though for a lot of this, you have played very kind of, like, very safe. Which I don't mind, but at the same time, it's, like, not the best. So you hear Reaper TP. At least I hope you hear Reaper TP. Okay. Okay, let's talk about this. Because I feel as though you'll see a very dumb decision soon. Which I'm hoping is that. Okay. I think we should have Valked here. I'll tell you when we should have Valked. Okay, so we should be like kind of like with the team a little bit more here. That could just be a cancel GA, by the way, instead of forcing yourself to slingshot. Whenever you're... I want you to be really strict with your movement and with your gameplay. And if you can get away with just cancelling your GA to stay where you are, do it. Because these little mini slingshots you end up doing is the reason why you start panicking and end up getting caught out a tiny bit. If you can just cancel your GA and then just leave it, it'll be really, really great. I swear, forget the GA cancel so much. Try because it's so hard. Because if you played Mercy in Overwatch 1, it was very much you had to rely on cancelling your GA. Like, that was the quickest way you can get your GA back on cooldown and stuff like that, you know? Whereas, obviously, then we switched to the complete new movement that we got in Overwatch 2. And then it was all about the slingshots, and it was all about these, crazy techs and stuff like that, up until they nerfed it. And now it's kind of reverted back to very much we now have to start using the cancel GAs some more. Which is unfortunate because it's more boring, in my opinion. Like, the new Mercy movement was really, really fun to do. And very broken as well, which is, I know, I agree with it being nerfed. But it also means that we now need to be remembering this cancel J a little bit more. Making sure that we're using that more than the slingshots if we can. Alright? So, just that little thing about there. Okay? So, obviously, start backing off a little bit. We're helping Hanzo. I'd Valk to counter this Valk, right? Because with their Valk, they're wanting to push in and be aggressive. If you allow yourself to what's it called? To use your Valk right now, it means A, it can also give you better movement for what's just about to happen, but it also kind of helps counter their aggressive push as well. So I would pop Valk here. I tried to toggle GA off and see how it goes. You're on PC, aren't you, Kazu? Because if you're on PC, I know off is the better one. I feel so on console, it's very much what you can personally withstand. Because with me, I have it on, because obviously with the controller and stuff, it's a lot harder to hold buttons and stuff compared to on a keyboard and mouse. But if you are on a keyboard and mouse, then it's a lot easier to hold the buttons. I know a lot of PC people say off is superior. So if you can, try to use that one, because all you have to do is just let go of the button. But yeah, I'd Valk here, because then it allows you to have a lot more movement in this team fight. You're actually really lucky now that they've changed this Tracer Reaper, and also they were on Lucio, Mercy, and Orisa, right? So the only person, if you go up, the only person that can really attack you is going to be Orisa. So actually, you can use your height advantage now so much more than before. Because obviously before they had a cast, so you have to kind of still play a little bit more lower to the ground. With Tracer Reaper, if you go up, it's gonna make them it's gonna make you so much harder to hit, basically. So just bear that in mind, that obviously we can use our Valk. It's one of the rare times where we could just fly about in the air. Okay, so let us see what happens anyways. Nice how you punch the Doomfist in. I feel as though we've not heard the Reaper, okay? We need to make sure that we're still listening out for these people so we can hear the Reaper. When we hear the Reaper, we need to just GA ourselves away and just hope that people, help with it. So this is a complete fine time for you to back out, because obviously you don't want to die. So you would back out here and then play with the Bastion. Let's have it end up kind of panicking a little bit in the rotating round. Obviously, Bastion leaves. The Mercy is after you. Nice, obviously trying to get out. Love how he goes to the health pack and just honestly just leave at this point. Going to go help Doom, which is completely fine, because we commit Bastion ult. Nice rotations to the health pack. Really good map knowledge. Nice how you stay there. Really, really good decision making. Go, you can Valk now. You could Valk now as well, right? Chasing was so loud I didn't hear the Reaper. No, it's alright. I loved your decision making here, okay? Because you backed out at the right time, you went for the health pack, then you realised we're using Bastion ult, so you went in with the Doomfist, and then you played off to the side to go and get the health pack. Really, really good decision making, and really good, game knowledge here, Kazu, honestly. It's so rare to see a bronze player have such good game sense, okay? Your game sense is up there. You know how to play the game, you know where the health packs are, you know your limits, you know when to stay safe. Really, really good here. This was a really nicely thought out team fight. My only thing is, as soon as, because obviously, they've recapped the point, but we've just got the Mercy. The Mercy is very much the person that's holding down this entire team, because obviously they've only got Lucio, Mercy heals, so Mercy's going to be the one that's main healing them all. If you pop Valk now to try and finish off this team fight, This is team fight 1 for you guys, okay? Just because you know this is still winnable, this is still contestable. So go in to use your Valks, because you would be able to hit, what's called, get the Doom. You see how we're popping the Valk too late now, and we're literally just using it to res because everyone else has been cleared out. We could definitely pop our Valk just to keep the Doomfist up over here, help finish everyone off, and then bam, that's spare one. I typically use Valk like a Kitsune Rush and use it when somewhat fair fight to get an advantage, which you've not done here. I'm going to be honest, because you've ended up popping your Valk when basically 3 out of the 5 have died. That's a non-fair fight, okay? We need to pop Valk when the Doomfist was still contesting and stuff like that, okay? So you know when when Doomfist was like getting a bit weak and stuff like that, that was still a fair fight. That is when you need to be popping it, okay? I feel as though we've popped it a tiny bit too late here. But we keep going. Nice peel for the Hanzo. Go on, pop off. Ping it. Nice ping. Go on, you got it. You don't have it anymore because I like how you know your limits though. Really, really nice. Love how you go straight back to go damage boost in your what's it called? Nice ping. This is when you can use your little high ground, by the way. Think I'm too slow with Valks? Yeah, definitely. Like if you think Valk is needed, just pop it. Like that's my honest opinion. There was kind of like two team fights where you're probably thinking, should I Valk this, should I not? Honestly, if you think that you need to Valk it, Valk it. Okay. Anyways, just talk about this kind of upcoming team fight. Obviously, you ping the Tracer, which is really, really great. Now this is your time to rotate opposites high ground if you want to. Okay. Just to let you know, kind of like timing wise, nice, really, really great. Lovely damage boost here. Lovely. I love all this. A perfect example of if you're safe, stay in that space, man. Such good discipline here. I love how you just don't decide, oh, I'm just gonna go and like GA about and just do all random things, right? I see so many Mercies, like a lot of the VODs that I've done recently, a lot of people are just like randomly just GAing about where they don't need to, right? You have such beautiful discipline here to just stay up on the high ground and help the Bastion. This is perfect decision making and perfect positioning by you again. Really, really nice. Nice with the res. Obviously wait till the res is a little bit weaker. Really, really nice. Lovely ping again. Really nice Kiriko Zuzu. Really, really nice. Oh, okay. I was like, what are you? Don't judge me at the end. Bestie, I'm judging you right now. Don't get me wrong. I love this little cute little emote, right? I love the little difference. Okay. I love that your team is currently just being absolutely annihilated by an Orisa, and then you just got just like stood on the little sidelines, like, yay, love heart, woo. I love it so much. Anyways, obviously you guys do end up clearing out the Orisa, but make sure that you have actually secured the point first before we go in emo. But so honestly, because a really, really strong round, okay? You have such amazing game sense and such discipline with your GAs. Apart from the few like little mini slingshots, obviously we were talking about cancelling the GA. Your discipline is insane. I love how you just stay there. You don't like rotate where you don't need to. You're staying where you are. Everything like that. It's so great, Kazu. I'm gonna keep watching just see what else we can kind of like improve on. Because right now it's very much little things, which is like honestly so strange. I think the only thing is when you first kind of like backed out. I feel as though the main thing right now is your aggressiveness. Actually, I feel as though there's been a few titles, say speeding out, which we talked about. I feel as though the one thing actually that you're struggling with is not being aggressive enough. Gonna live by if you're safe, stay in that space, dude. It's like it feels like a little tagline right now. I'm gonna be honest. Very creative. Okay. This is exactly what I mean by you're not being not so much it's not committed enough, you're actually not being aggressive enough. And I know your Doomfist just went off the map. Still, I don't care. We need to be with the with the Hanzo some more here. Okay, so I like how we go forward. Obviously, we started damage boosting the Doomfist stuff while he goes in. Really, really nice, okay? So you see the Hanzo is starting to go forward. I hate lingering about on this bridge because, especially, like, for example, they've got Lucio, they've got Orisa. They have stuff that can boop you off this bridge. There is very few times where you want to be positioned on this bridge. You want to be back here, or you want to be pushed forward, in which case you have to... It depends on, obviously, where the team's positioned, which right now, it would be better if you just rotated and just played here. That way, you can use the room if you need to. You can also list out for the Sojourn, basically. No, where it's called a death bridge. No, literally, because it's like there's two massive pits. Like, do you want to fall down from this massive skyscraper? No, I don't want to either. That's probably, like, gonna kill you. Do you want to fall down into this nice little lily pad pond with, like, fake fish? No, because I don't want to drown, right? So it's very much like you just don't want to be on this bridge. Spend as little time on this bridge as possible. Be like afraid. Feel like the bridge is gonna like collapse whenever like you know, you like try to like cross it. So if you can, try to just slingshot yourself out to here. It means that then you can start being aggressive early. We need to just be a little bit more aggressive because yes, our Hanzo walks forward, our Hanzo walks out of our what's it called? Hanzo ends up walking out of our kind of beam range, when in reality, if we were still playing here, we could still like help him here. Okay? But it's nice, it's obviously nice damage boost. We still need to commit with him. We need to have our beam onto our, what's it called? Our bastion there a bit more. Lovely use of movement though to escape, really nice. We just needed to have our beams on the correct people there. I feel as though we kind of like missed out on who we needed to beam. But to be fair, our dupe is also to go off the map, so it's not all your fault. Love the damage boost obviously here. Really, really nice. Nice. I would follow your bastion here. Yep, nice. You see how that could have been a cancel GA, by the way? I feel as though we didn't end up cancelling the GA here. That's another time where we could just cancel the GA. Hanzo ends up dying, which isn't your fault, because obviously your Kimis on the other side. I'd rotate now. Never. Oh, okay. We're going for the res. No. Okay. So we can't res. We can't GA over to the side. The max distance for GAing on this map is like around here-ish. So you'd have to be kind of like around here. It's unfortunate because this distance is just far too long for you to come and res it. Now, I was thinking you were just going to start walking across. You should never, ever want to walk across this piece. Because, yes, there is this nice piece of rock cover. But a lot of the time, people will try to spam you out from this little angle. People can also spam you out from the doors, right? So, literally, all you have to do is wait for your bastion to basically to be kind of like where he is now, or maybe a little bit closer, and then go for your nice little like slingshot or cancel GA and bunny hop, whatever you want to do, basically, just to get yourself across. All right, just so we're not walking across. Nice how you end up doing that afterwards. Really, really great. That could have once again, that could have been another GA and cancel. Nice heals onto Bastion. Just while you're doing this, be sure that you're flicking your camera over to your Doomfist, just to check how he's doing. He ends up getting taken out, which you can't really do anything about. Damage boost now. Nice. Nice. I loved your beam management there. I think my only thing is you could have pushed it a tiny bit more at the beginning, but other than that, really, really great. Unfortunate. Just unfortunate again. We just need to reset now. Nice. I love how we're trying to still get out. Nice! No! The escape was insane! Dude, okay, can I just say, I loved your escape. I love how you knew that you could jump off this bridge and stuff like that. All you had to do is when you went to do this GA, slingshot it and you should have looked down a little bit more. That is it. You would have made it out. You would have made it out if you did a slight like look down as you were getting out. But other than that, like an insane escape, and to say you died to a Bastional trying to get out, like that is not on you. That was a really good escape. All you have to do was just tilt your head hitbox slightly more. You know, like your camera, how it's like this, and doing this obviously controls like how you GA. All you had to do is as soon as you got to here, just GA'd in a slingshot, like looking a bit more down. All right, but other than that. Honestly, a really good escape because honestly, that would have been like a really good clip if like you actually, what's it called? If you actually got it off. It's just unfortunate that you didn't, but it is. Head back now. Your Bastion's just stood in the Sojourn bubble because why not? We do have Soldier now, so we can, you know, damage boost him a little bit more. Okay. It's different for you. Like The issue is I've done a lot of like high ranked mods recently. Like I've done a lot of like diamond and above. So it's weird going back to a bronze one to say yes, you need to, because the issue is that in higher ranks, Bastional is used as a zoning ult a lot, like Diva Bomb, like that kind of stuff. Because in bronze and silver, people are just gonna die to it because that's how it works. But then when you get a little bit more higher up, people are not going to die to it as often because people know how to move about it. And then it's about how you you displace those people to get the picks off. So I would say in this scenario, do not go rushing back to help the Bastion. If it was like just stood about and your soldier hadn't made a full like commitment to like go forward and stuff like that, I would say yeah, like, go and help him. But because your soldier is currently committing trying to go forward, you just have to commit with him now. Now, you do end up going to go and damage boost it, which is okay. Like obviously, it ends up getting the pick, which is really, really nice. But I think it would have been better if we just if we just went in with the soldier though. Nice, just push the damage boost. Very nice. Ooh, okay, that should have been a backwards GA, but that's fine. This should have just been a backwards GA in the Kitsune Rush, because obviously you get the increased movement speed, which means like either your backwards GA or your 180 GA is going to be like a little bit more like quicker, because obviously it's in the Kitsune Rush. You going into here, yes, you did make the best out of the scenario by walking back around and stuff like that, but you're once again, you're GAing into the team. Try to just make that a backwards GA to get in and out to come and help your soldier, okay? Nice heals though. Nice damage boost onto the nice. I love how you change your beams there. Really, really good beam management. Very nice. Try to be scared of her having an ult right now. Nice. I agree with this bout. Okay, let's talk about this. Exactly, a rotation. Yeah, it was definitely a rotation. Right, I liked everything up until kind of like this point, right? Hold on, I'll tell you. Because I like all this. I'd pop Valk now. The reason why I pop Valk now is you can hear the Sojourn ult, and you can also see the Moira Quinn back and stuff. So essentially, I would just pop the ults now, just so you're able to, because what you can do is with your ult, you could just vibe. Like, you could just literally come here. It blocks the entire window of anyone coming in, and you can just vibe, like, in this window like this. Now, we pop it a little bit later than what I'd like. Okay. I like how you go for this res, but look at where everyone is right now. I forgot about those windows. Dude, they're so good. Like, you can do so many, like, prop jumps and stuff. You could just, like, stand up here as Mercy. Like, these, like, little window things are so broken. And the amount of movements you can get, like, to go around to here or, like, use any of the others is really, really great. I like this res, but you have to think to yourself, okay, how can I, like, bait out these guys, okay? You know the Orissa's here. You know the, what's it called? The Moira has just crossed, but we also know the Sojourn has still got her ultimate up and is also, like, behind. So your safest bet is to start the res behind this piece of cover, and then as you're doing the res, flick yourself up and over, because what you end up doing is you end up kind of like just sitting on top for the res. I like how you know how to get out. Then obviously I feel as though this is the point where the windows would help you out a lot more. Nice escape again. Once again, this is another one where we could just rotate up to the window and everything. So we could definitely use our windows a little bit more here. Yeah, like how you just done here. Just so you can stay on the off a little bit more. But I feel as though we all just get like a little bit like panics and stuff, like almost what shall I do, right? We just need to kind of like relax ourselves and just the windows. Trust the windows will get love next round. Alright, trust it, Kazu. But yeah, it's the same thing again. We're playing very passively, if you get me, like, especially like, like when the team fight's like just starting out and stuff like that, it feels like we're not being aggressive enough. We need to be a little bit more aggressive at the start of the team fights. Be sure that we're like pushed up as much as we can and we're still in beam range. Like, yes, it's not the safest positioning, but you don't need to be because they're not actively starting the team fight. When they start actively starting the team fight, then you can back off to your safe space. But for now, like, you're completely fine, just to position with your team. But so obviously how we did the last round. Obviously we're back with the soldier. I would say soldier is going to be your main blue. You know what? I appreciate. I appreciate it, actually, because I'm yet to see a VOD where people, it was a little late, just a tad. But no, honestly, I respect it because I don't see enough people speeding people out of spawn. So I respect that you remembered, at least for this last bit, okay? But remember, so the best kind of thing that I can say to you with timing for the Lucio speed out, you know when it's like 2-1? Lucio's portrait is right next to Mercy's. I believe it's to the left from the top of my head. I can't remember what's top of my head. But essentially, all you have to do is when it hits like 2-1, flick over to Lucio, and then wait until, because you know how the door goes like, wait until the door is like here-ish, so it's not like vertical. Like say I'm at the top of the door, right? Here, then speed. It was literally panic, like, oh, I've got to speed. Trust me, if the door is down and you forgot to speed, leave it and just go in, because I have been several times where I've also forgot to speed and I just leave it at that point. I'm just like, yeah, you know what, it is what it is. So that's just a quick little tip with speeding out. Nice damage boost here. But your doofus is very creative. At this point we need to kind of like back out a little bit. Nice. Nice how you go to go help your Bastion. My only thing is, if you go to go help your Bastion, literally just, you don't need to like jump out, you don't need to do anything. Literally just peek like this and then come back. So you can just, what's it called? You can just peek like this. We love Doom. I mean, it's the fact that at the start of both rounds he's fallen off is really funny. But yeah, so instead of like just jumping yourself out here though, try to just flick yourself in front of the wall, get your beam on, and then just play like this. Because it'll be so much better for you, okay? Nice. Damage boost now. I like the res and I like the cover. The only thing is, be sure to ping it or to come with your Bastion that you're going to do this, because whenever Bastions are in turret form, they want to get in and be aggressive and they want to be damage boosted and just apply a load of damage, which is what he was doing. You just need to come with him or ping the res, being like, I'm gonna go res them, okay? Just so they know that you're going to go and res. Just so, like, because you don't want like a trade out thing like happened on the first point where you went to go and res the Hanzo but the Bastion died. At this point, yes, your Bastion's safe, so it's a good res and it's the correct time to res. But we also want to like to let the let the Bastion know, like, hey, I'm gonna go res, okay? Like the res though, I love the cover. Very, very nice. Nice. Just obviously just be careful of that point. Nice damage boost obviously onto the Bastion. You don't have res. Soldier's a bit stupid. Nice how you're still committed in though. This is really, really nice. I feel as though our beam management was a little bit off here. I'm going to be very kind of... With your beam management, it's extremely good, because so I'm not going to be like too picky with it, but I'm going to be like a little bit picky because I feel as though it's really good. There's just like certain bits we can improve upon. Okay. I like how you damage boost the Doom here. When he gets Javelin like this, put your beam straight onto Kiriko. Because right now, this Doomfist is going to be stunned for a sec, and then what's it called? The beacons are going on Kiri. Yeah, it doesn't matter on that bit, because like you're not going to be able to save this soldier. This soldier's stupid. Like, if you think this soldier has just walked in front of a Bastion that's in turret form, is he going to survive that? No, because he's an idiot. So it's completely fine. I don't care about that bit. This bit, though, I want you to be able to flick your beam a tiny bit more. So when you see Doomfist get Javelined, he's obviously going to be stunned out for a second because he's going to obviously get punched against the wall. What can you do to apply the most pressure that you can? Damage boost Kiri. You want to be damage boosting Kiri right now. Kiri, I'm going to tell you, as a person who doesn't play Kiri a lot, it is so easy to hit headshots on Orisa, obviously when she's not fortified. You know, when she's like out of fortify. Because of Orisa's hitbox and where it is so easy to hit. So you can literally just stand, like, you just put the damage boost on Kiri, allow her to get these damage boosted headshots out, and then you can go and help your Doomfist. I like how you rotate, because obviously you see. Love the use of the window. Nice. Love as well waiting, like, you know, until he gets his your LOS. Nice. Love once again the use of the window. Really, really great. So make sure your damage boosted in that slam. Once again, I'm just being really picky with you with that. Hard over for your Bastion. Nice. I love how you're very much like, okay, we're very tunnel visioned here. I like how we don't go straight to him. Like, we prioritize capping the point. But we have just walked across here without looking in this window to check whether people are going to be here. okay? We have just been very tunnel vision, like, I need to res, I need to res, I need to res, like, you know. So just be sure that we're, like, you know, we're keeping our safety in check first. Let me quickly rewind it and I'll show you what I would do, okay? Obviously, can I just say as well, I loved your use of windows here. This makes up for the lack of windows from last round, alright? But I really, really liked it. So obviously, talks about the damage boost in there. Obviously, talks about the damage boost in there as well. So we're going to go help Soldier, which is completely fine. It's this, okay? We have become so tunnel visioned right now, okay? So we see that, you know, Bastion's by himself to get slid onto by a Soldier. Can we help with that right now? No, because we've just slingshot ourselves onto the point, so we're able to be with the team. That is completely fine. That is out of your hands. That is not your fault, okay? Now, you need to check that it is okay for you to rotate forward before you do it. Because you can essentially just do a straight GA to your Doomfist here and then start obviously helping him attack the Sojourn. Then you can go for the res. But right now, you need to check that this is safe before you go and do it, okay? Because we're just so, we're very, very tunnel vision here. I'm like, oh my goodness. I like how you do it, get out to go and do it. And then you go for the res, really, really nice. We just need, yeah, exactly. It's like, literally, as you just said, check before crossing the street. Exactly. Check that you're okay to do it before you do it. That's not on you. I was expecting your Bastion to be like straight into play. Don't do that. What you just did. You just rotated for no reason. Because the Bastion could have landed. The Bastion could have. What will happen is if you end up like ranking up and stuff like that, the Bastion will see that you've rotated and you've used a slingshot, your biggest GA cooldown, and will then just chuck the Bastion on you. Whenever you hear a Bastion, and if you are safe like you were, stay where you are. Wait until the Bastion starts landing. If it lands on you, then obviously you move. But if it doesn't land on you, then you help out whoever it's going to land upon, okay? Because I feel as though this is you kind of like, I like how prepared you're being. I like how you're like, okay, I need to back out because of Bastion, okay? But because it's Bastion and what happens when you get higher up is obviously people will check for like G cooldown. You are safe here right now. You are very safe just sitting here with your Soldier and then waiting until the Bastion starts before you go and help your Bastion, okay? So just literally never ever use your GA up until all three of the Bastion ults go down, okay? But nice, obviously, you're going to go and help your Bastion. I like how you slingshot yourself back. Nice. Really, really good kick as well. Once again, we've not checked. Like, we've tunnel vision just straight onto the Bastion, like, oh my gosh, I need to damage boost this, right? Bastion is completely out of his way, doing his own little thing, in his own little Bastion world, okay? You know, he's living his best life. He's over there. Let him do his thing. You focus on your own best life, okay? And think, okay, he's going to use Bastion ult. How can I be effective without going to go and help the Bastion ult? I can be effective by literally going and damage boosting my Soldier or my Kiriko, basically anyone who is like, what's it called? Who's going to get zoned by this Bastion ult. Because right now, Bastion ult is obviously being placed onto the point and being placed onto a Reza. This is going to zone people off the points, giving you the perfect opportunity to damage boost your Soldier or your Doomfist to get rid of this Bastion, get rid of Sojourn, get rid of Moira and stuff like that, okay? This is how Bastion ult works. It's a zoning ultimate compared to like, you know, other ultimates. So it's like, you know, use it as a zoning ult and try to think, okay, how can I be as effective as I can right now? And that would be by just playing with your Soldier here. Once again, we did check as well. I didn't like that backwards GA. I would have just done a cancel GA. Now you can res. Nice. Love how you wait for your res there. Top out, which honestly I agree with. Can't res, which is completely fine. Love how you ping it as well to let them know that you can't res. Nice. I love your use of windows right now. Obviously, still no Sojourns there, which is really, really great. I don't know what your Bastion's doing. He's being a little bit creative, bless him. Let's not be creative again, Bastion, okay? Okay. We have done so well to keep ourselves alive right now. And anybody that has died is not your issue, not your fault, okay? Let's quickly rewind it back because I want to talk about it. So, Obviously, we end up rotating around. We ping, obviously, the bash that you can't res a soldier. That's his problem. He walks into it. His fault. Love how you got to go help your Doomfist here. Really, really great. You can hear and you can notice what's it called? The Sojourn. Can't we? We can hear the Sojourn. You know in your head that the Sojourn's still here, and yet you still rotate into her at the end of it. And this is why I'm bad at you for this last bit. You had such good positioning throughout the entire thing because you know where the Sojourn is and you know like where you need to play and stuff like that. Okay, really, really great. Obviously, Bastion goes in. That is his fault. You know, right? I love how you damage boost. This should have just been a rotation way back here instead of going to here. Because you still know this Sojourn is still here. You haven't seen her slide out. You haven't seen her shooting from any other angles. So you just have to safely assume that she is still there. Unless if you see her or you get comms from your team letting you know that she has rotated or she's somewhere else, you have to just safely assume that she's still here. So make this rotation, instead of through to here, make it back here. So then you can play back here and be safe, okay?
Foolishness has consequences.
So I feel as you end up, yeah, then you end up going out to the Bastion because you're panicking, or because of that one really bad GA, okay? So just think to yourself, okay, like, where's the safest place I can be? And right now, that would have been you doing that rotation. Do you know how you live there, I'm going to be honest, but, you know, we live, we survive, is what it is. Oh.
Hi.
Your Kiriko seems really lovely. Same thing though, we're playing way too passive at the beginning of the team fights. Play up here. You can just play here with your soldier. It then means if they can't, what's it called? If they can't, like, it's Skinny Soul Bloom. It's not as iconic as Skinny Sigrun though. But yeah, no, so we're being really passive at the end of this team fight, right? We need to be pushed up. So just make sure that we're here and we're damage boosting our soldier like here, basically. So we're playing here just so that we can get in that early picks. Because if soldier gets, what's it called? If soldier gets a pick off here before the team fight starts, this is huge. Like you have such a better chance of winning this entire game now if you are pushed up with him and trying to get, like, help him get a pick. Because right now you being stood here and being really far back is doing nothing. I want you to be more aggressive with your team and be more pushed up. So they're gonna be in. That's your Bastion's just dead. Once again, just make sure that you're pinging that res to make sure that you're letting your team know that you've resed. Love how you use him to try and get over the wall real quick. Really, really nice. Commit with your Doomfist right now. Nice rotation. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, we did get a little bit lost there. That should have been a slingshot out. Really, really nice movement in this last bit. Let's quickly go over it, okay? I really liked it. So, obviously at this point, I feel as though at this point, bearing in mind, just before this, you were very like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, like, you know, I need to go and help these guys. They are not your issue right now. You need to be kind of focusing who's on point and who you can help at this very moment in time. Right now, you are doing the right thing. Love how you go to go damage boost. Love how you go to do this rotation, okay? Love the rotation up. My only thing is I would have just dropped through the window. Because if you drop through the window and play like here, because obviously it'll take a second or two before you go back and GA through, it means you could play above the soldier as well as, like, what's it called? You could play above the soldier as well as blocking out the LOS of the aggressor. So just a quick thing, I would drop out here while my GA is refreshing and then go and like GA about. Love how you go back through the window again. Love your flick with the damage boost again. Really good use of damage boost. Obviously that should have been a GA out, but other than that, Kazu, really, really strong, okay? Your main good thing, in fact your absolutely outstanding thing, is your beam management. You know when to damage boost, you know when to heal. Absolutely amazing. Like, you have such good beam discipline. Do not change that. I love that so much. The next thing is your actual game sense and awareness. It is up there. It is great. It is probably like some of the best I've seen. Okay, it is really, really good. You know where to position. You know how to play the game. You know what distances we need to keep and stuff like that. And it feels like you are playing the game and you're actively thinking about this, which is really, really great. It's going to help you climb. Really, really good. Main things we need to work on. First thing is our positioning, okay? I think the main thing is I want you to start using them and cancel GAs a little bit more, just so we're able to, cancel and just, like keep the GA cooldown as low as it can be, basically. Next thing, as you were saying, look both ways before crossing the street, okay? There's been a few times where you felt a bit tunnel visioned, so be sure that what's it called? That we're like making sure that we're still looking around and still making sure that people are okay before those GPS being creative may hinder my climbing a little though. But the thing is, because you're doing well. Like with you, how many times did you die this game? Like once in the Bastional. I think you might have died once on the first point. That's about it. You've died like twice that game. Okay, couldn't get no run over my cars yet, exactly. But like the issue is that you are playing so well, so you essentially just need to keep yourself safe and just keep yourself from dying, because that is how you will help carry these games if you just don't die and you make yourself like unkillable. Okay, like that is how you're going to do well, and we could carry on doing, because obviously you did really well that game, but we could carry on that by cancelling our GAs. And making sure as well, this is obviously coming to the next part, is to know when we want to be aggressive and know when we want to be passive. There's been a few times where I've loved your passiveness and I love where you've stayed in your positioning, but there's been a few times where you've either been a little bit too aggressive or you've been not aggressive enough. Whenever it's the start of a team fight, I want you to push up. So this comes down like to payloads, this comes down to being on point and stuff like that. My opinion on Mercy is that you should never ever be on the points if you can like help it. You want to be pushed up and you want to be getting as much damage boost out as possible. So whenever it's the start of them fights, be sure you're keeping, even if it's just at max beam range, just making sure that you are keeping that beam range and you are pushing up. And then if they start pushing into you, it gets a little bit risky, then you can back off to them slightly safer positions. But I want you to play a little bit more riskier. I want you to like be pushing up a tiny bit more. Reses were good. I just want you to make sure that you're pinging them reses before you go for them, just to allow your team, just to make sure that your team knows that you're doing it. But reses were really, really great and well thought out. I loved like, waiting until it was like the safest opportunity and you were using your cover. Really nice reses, okay? Valks, I feel as though they need a tiny bit of work, especially the first Valk that you did. But I feel as though we talked about them on like a case-by-case basis. So it's very much with your Valks, just make sure that whenever you feel like you need to use it or you need to, a really good way, especially with what they had like a Orisa Lucio, like kind of like a mini rush, but obviously with like Mercy instead. If you see them like not so much charging in, but like coming into you on the point, and you have your Valk, and you feel like your team is not going to be able to withstand, your like this attack, basically, pop that Valk, okay? I want you to kind of like be a bit more like, not so much like a chuck it away, because it's not like chuck away ultimate. It's more like be sure that you're using it more, if you get me, because there's been like a few times where we could have used Valk a tiny bit sooner and it would have helped you clean out the team fight like so much quicker, okay? But other than that, Kazu, an absolutely outstanding like VOD, honestly. And I've like, whereabouts are you in bronze at the moment? Because you can 100% get out of bronze with that gameplay. Yeah, I question myself a lot when I Valk. Just don't think about the Valk until after the Valk. That's my biggest piece of advice, because I'm struggling with my Valks at the moment because there's been quite a few times where I just pop the Valk, okay? So if like, just obviously first thing is obviously to look at the kill feed, and then if you think that you still need the Valk, just pop it. And then you could regret it afterwards. Like, it's like when people tell you just to go and do something, and if you regret it afterwards, then it is what it is, but at least you did it. That's kind of like how I feel like with Valk, okay? You pop it, and then, oh, I didn't need it, a bit of a regret, or it's like, oh my gosh, that Valk was so good, I really enjoyed it, right? That's it. That's how you got to play with Valk. Bronze 2, you could definitely get up to like silver, gold, plat, 100%. I feel like all you need to do is just play a little bit more, be a tiny bit more aggressive, and make sure that we're being consistent in every single game that we play. Alright? But let me know if you have any more questions, obviously, Kazu. Once again, thank you so much to everyone on Twitch as well as on YouTube that have been watching this. Once again, you guys can get your own VOD views, the 5,000 channel points. I do love on Twitch on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!